I've not seen this, so we're watching this together as friends on the internet.
Destiny. Finally, what I actually care about. Steven, what are you up to, Steven? What was you doing, Steven? Well, Steven finally lawyered up. He finally got 2 attorneys, I think, have entered an appearance in the case. However, his choice of attorney has already sparked some controversy. Let's see what his name is. Andrew B. Brettler. And there's a second one, too, but it's not in this one, I don't think. But Brettler was the one that caused some contention, because this is Andrew Brettler, Prince Andrew's Hollywood lawyer, high-priced reputational injury attorney from California, going all the way over to the Sunshine State to represent Steven in his revenge pornography case. Brettler was made well known during Me Too. He's literally a Me Too lawyer. He defends people accused of sexual misconduct. And he's not cheap, and if you're going to fly his ass out to Florida, you're going to be paying for a lot of fucking plane tickets. So he hired him, and this article, by the way, the BBC one, had some quotes about how Brettler was very intimidating. His tactic involved a lot of trying to make women like squirm and crack and become hysterical on the stage to make them look unreliable. So he's known as like a bully attorney for these cases. And this, of course, upset a lot of people, even in his own community. So this is what one of the DDG posters said. So that's what he meant, but he said he was going to hire a more aggressive law firm. He told his chat when they asked it was just some firm specializing in defense instead of trying to sue the hacker. How's that case going, by the way? Kind of feels like OJ looking for the real killers. Damn, hiring the literal anti-Me Too attorney from Hollywood for a case in Florida is undeniably intentional and telling. Guess I was wrong about lawyers not approving to his refusal to settle or his unhinged statement. He's literally just trying to make Pixie actually kill herself. That's his legal strategy. He's going to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars to watch this stain try and make Pixie cry and break down in court. So DDGers are not happy about this. I think I'll skip to this real quick. He has been doing damage control in his own subreddit. Feebly B replies to party judge saying, Destiny's strategy for popular Democratic messaging is, and Feebly says, he has no strategy, Lamau. He openly admits it. I don't know, man. Every time someone asks him what to do, well, if your population supports fascism, what do you want me to say? He then suggests that he acts more like Bernie, but then has to edit in a addendum that says permabanned. If you're going to be working overtime banning posters on this one, Chief, the response, ironically, as feckless and powerless as the Democratic Party right now, just hide your head in the sand, shrug your shoulders, I can't do anything, and wallow in pity, hoping for some tiny opportunity in a few years maybe to get more control back. Bernie is 83 years old, he should be in a retirement home, and he's fully locked in fighting, and while you're scrolling through your Reddit, dishing out bans for people who appreciate his spirit, even if not the content of his message, you're going to live out the rest of your life and die in a fascist state, bro. Wir man kann ja hoffen. Clips says, there's no way a person actually thinks this Lamau. Coppercracker says, I'm telling you, it's the same ideological capture of the communists in its own flavor. Destiny can't think anything but neoliberalism, and that's why he can't manage optics for shit, and his opinions are regularly out of touch on it. He has fought tooth and nail with chatters to defend rent-seeking behaviors when that isn't even the side economist's take on it. Then he says, edit, I was permabanned for this comment, if anyone can see this still. And then in before the lock says, oof, cringe. Surely there's a problem with a bunch of billionaires directly backing the Trump administration and having a ton of them in the cabinet. It's like having foxes in the henhouse. Total Date says, billionaires running through the government taking a sledgehammer to any everything that checks power, prevents corruption, or has investigated them in the past. Meanwhile, Democrats are putting out memos that the court needs more billionaires and to be nicer to them. Maybe the next Democratic president will have 20 billionaires behind him to Trump's 13. We've officially entered the billionaire Olympics. And then he says, edit, I got banned for this comment. This subreddit is so cooked, Lamau. So he's going through and he's banning people who are like his fans, who take him seriously, who genuinely wish the best of him, who just want to see him get better at managing his personal life, being more reined in on hyperbolic comics, and taking a more proactive stance to what they see as the decay of the United States going on right now. And he's like, don't criticize me. You're all banned. So that's 3 of his biggest fans and who inflate the value of his subreddit. Just poof, gone. Then Destiny said something very, very familiar to those of you who are listening to the Ricada case.
Imagine right now if Nick has not done so already.
Is it just me or do law tubers have some of the worst pretrial assumptions? It's similar to how bad legal mindsets analysis of your I don't. There's a lot of things I could say. I don't know. I'll just say the analysis is very, 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 very bad, and a lot of them should know better. But I think there's probably some. There's some like you're instantly given a lot of credibility because you passed the bar, and so you can say basically anything you want, and nobody's really going to call you out on it. But yeah, there's a lot of retarded that gets said.
From the looks of her, Nick said there is no trauma. And
he hasn't passed the bar. No, I'm not talking about this guy. I'm talking about there are a couple of like internet lawyers that have talked a lot about stuff that I'm involved in. Just some of the things they say are just like fucking. But
fighting. Why is she making the court?
Legal dick sucker. That's what Destiny needs to do. If he wants to counteract, what's his face? Legal mindset. He just has to go legal mindset. More like legal dick sucker. Well, now that's a promo. That's a promo. Someone tell the guys at Creator Clash, you want a promo? You get my boy Ethan Ralph in the squared circle. You get him out there saying the nastiest shit you can possibly fucking imagine, and you'll get some audience interaction. You'll get some people really thirsty for some blood on that mat. That was that peak Ralph. Yeah, that's right. The WWE never came close. All those people talking about, John Cena did a heel turn. Motherfucker, have you seen the Ethan Ralph promo on Legal Mindset? No, that's iconic. That was unexpected. That was trend-setting. Okay, so... Oh, I know what this is. Okay. This clip is on the site, but they link to a fucking Reddit thing for this. Or a Kick thing.
More political things I want to do, but I'm kind of like frozen right now while I'm waiting for all the court shit to fucking waste its time in the background. Because I can't... The thing is I can't like get involved in like a major way when every new like motion is filed, whenever bullshit is filed. So I have to wait for all this bullshit to be done whenever Lauren's done jerking herself off, I guess.
So that was his big statement. He says that he wants to do things on, he wants to do more, but the people suing him are jerking off. That's what this is. Don't they understand that he's a real politician who really wants to do stuff, and her just fucking around, suing him over this dumb bullshit is just holding him back, just faffing around while he's trying to do serious intercontinental political maneuvers. Truly tragic. His audience, of course, even actually this is in live stream fail, which has turned completely against him at this point, was very critical about this. Pipithi says, it's crazy making how he frames this stuff like it's not anything he's done, of course. It's his crazy stalker ex jerking herself off, and he'll magically be able to do normal stuff again once it's over. Nothing to do with his actions. He's just a bystander. Destiny has had so many dramas with women over the years. It's always crazy women. It just shows a pattern that he's a weirdo creep when it comes to his sex life. He's basically the guy that you should keep your daughter away from. And then Destiny actually responded to this and said, or in general replied to this. I couldn't find this because I think it got downvoted so hard that he doesn't show up. But it says, crazy making, love bombing, manipulating, sociopath. Are Redditors even capable of having normal conversations anymore? LOL. Every single behavior I don't like is pathological, by the way. So this got bombed, but people replied saying, yo man, you're a weirdo. And all of that's just to record the worst fucking head I've ever seen in my life. Please, just stop committing crimes, please. And Des Diddy unban me. Great. And then finally, to top it all off, to make sure that absolutely nobody has any sympathy for him, this week, a little black boy who survived cancer because of an act that Trump had passed in his first administration called the Just Try It Act, I think is what it's called, or Right to Try. And it was a way that people were permitted to, if they were in life or death situations, to try experimental drugs before FDA approval. If they just want to try, it's up to them. Do you want to try this weird, crazy experimental drug that might just straight up fucking kill you? Because we think it might work. if you want to. Donald Trump signed a law saying that you should be able to. And as it turned out, this little black boy was able to survive cancer that was a terminal diagnosis for him by trying an experimental drug the FDA hadn't approved yet, thanks to the act. Great thing, right? Trump invited him into the White House. I think gave him like an honorary badge with like a police department. I can't remember which it was, but they gave him like a fake, like, here's your badge, just as like a cool thing for him and his dad. And then this is Destiny's response. Difficult to know if the rabid Trump support comes from his parents indoctrinating him or the abscess that the brain cancer left behind. Hearts emojis. A literal child in a conservative black family. What an awful thing to say, honestly. I don't know. What a dickhead. It's a wonder why his own fans are just hemorrhaging out of him at this point. This, by the way, is like a Liz Fong Jones type of sadism, where it's just like, I feel powerless and I can't jerk off anymore because I've jerked off 20 times today. And I can't do the usual goon stuff I'm doing because I'm being sued for it. And I might be sued 5 times by the end of the year. So I'm just really powerless and I'm really angry about it. Let me just take it out on this random fucking person. You know, this kid that survived fucking brain cancer thanks to experimental drug? Well, he's retarded because of his cancer. Just like lashing out fucking nobody. I gotta say, I mean, has Hassan ever said anything that fucking evil about like a little kid? I don't know enough about Hassan to know that, but really, I mean, Destiny's just giving Hassan and H3 a run for their money and dumb shit things they've said. Probably. Okay. Chat seems very, very ambivalent on Hassan being better than Destiny. Can't blame him. That's stupid.